Hi, I'm Mrs. Jardine, and we are going to be talking about embryological development today. So we're going to talk about protostomes versus deuterostomes and three germ layers. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is protostomes. Protostomes are animals where the mouth forms from the blastopore. So here you have, like, say up here, the sperm fertilized the egg, and so you get a zygote. And the zygote divides a bunch of times, and through spiral cleavage, you get this ball of hollow ball of cells. And then what happens is you have all the germ layers here. Can you see the different colors? So like blue right here, that's mesoderm. And then this yellow here, that would be endoderm. And then this pink orange color on the outside is ectoderm. And we'll talk about what all those germ layers mean in just a little bit. And so what happens through gastrulation is you have this ball of cells here. This blastopore is right here. And so you have the ball of cells. And so here, and so you push up in the blastopore, and then that turns into the mouth, and that develops first. So that would be a protostome. So if the mouth develops first, and the blastopore turns into a mouth, protostomes. And so a protostome is mostly invertebrates, or I mean, almost all invertebrates. It is all invertebrates, but I mean, almost all of the invertebrates are protostomes. Arthropods, annelids, and mollusks. Those are all protostomes. So what is a protostome? The blastopore turns into the mouth. Here, there's an O here, and there's an O here. Oh, look at that, the mouth. Blastopore turns into the mouth. That is a protostome. So deuterostome, what is that, you ask? Oh, shoot. Go. Okay, deuterostome, what is that? That is a little bit different. Again, you get the zygote, which is a fertilized egg. It divides a bunch of times. You get radial cleavage, and then you get this ball of cells here, right? So instead of the blastopore turning into the mouth, the blastopore turns into the anus. Okay, so you get Mickey Mouse ears. Doesn't this look like Mickey Mouse? Here's the endoderm. Then you get the mesoderm, and you get some more endoderm here, another mesoderm, the ears, and then the outside is ectoderm again. So deuterostomes, the anus develops first. What? Guess who's a deuterostome? You are. So the anus develops first, and then the mouth develops. Not second, because whatever. It does go second. So the anus develops first, and then the mouth goes second. So examples are chordates, which are vertebrates like you, and echinoderms. Echinoderms are like sea stars and pearl stars and those types of things. So isn't that funny? I thought that was funny. So the blastopore develops into an anus in deuterostomes. The blastopore develops into a mouth in protostomes. Okay, so the simpler animals, most of the invertebrates are protostomes, and chordates, which are more complex, and then echinoderms. Isn't that funny? It's because of the way that because of their embryological development. So because of this, that's why on cladograms, if you've ever seen, echinoderms are way up by chordates, and you might be like, why the heck? That doesn't make any sense. Well, they look at their embryological development, and that's why. Super interesting, huh? Right. And then the next thing I'm going to talk about are the three germ layers. There are three different germ layers: endoderm, mesoderm, and ectoderm. So when we talk about all the animals from here on out, sponges don't have tissues, so they don't have these three different germ layers. They just have specialized cells. And so since they don't have the three germ layers, they can't be the next PowerPoint, the different types of acoelomate, pseudocoelomate, and coelomates. Cnidarians only have two germ layers. They only have endoderm and ectoderm. So when we talk about this as we go on, it'll make sense why, okay, well, I guess sponges can't have tissues because they don't have germ layers. Or, that makes sense why cnidarians have this because they only have two of the germ layers. So all the other groups have three. Okay, so ectoderm is the first one we'll talk about. That's the outermost layer. Ecto means outer. So ectoderm turns into the epidermis of your skin. So like right here, the epidermis of your skin is that ectoderm, which is that outer layer of that ball of cells. Your sense organs, so here in this picture here, it says neurons of your brain, but your sense organs and your nerves, neurons of your brain are nerves. So a bunch of your nerves, your sense organs, your pigmented cells, which are in your epidermis, all those things are found, or the ectoderm gives rise to. So when you saw that ball of cells, turned into these things when the embryo was developing. Endoderm is the innermost layer. Endo means inside, endoderm. So that would be like your respiratory system and the linings of your digestive system. And so here it also said like your thyroid cell, and that's right here. But the lining of your digestive system and your respiratory system would be the endoderm. That's the inner layer. So when you saw that ball of cells on the first slide, that was the yellow part on the inside. Endoderm inside. And the last germ layer is your mesoderm. Mesoderm, middle. Both start with M. So your middle layer, remember, cnidarians don't have any of this stuff. Cnidarians, they don't have a heart. They don't have muscle cells. They don't have any blood or any of this stuff. And the reason why is because they don't have mesoderm. So it could never have happened. So the middle layer this mesoderm turns into muscles, most of your circulatory system, your reproductive system, your excretory organs, and all that stuff. So the middle, meat and potatoes of your body. And so if you're like, I don't remember that you keep talking about that, I put this picture back up. So you can see, here's an acoelomate. This is a flatworm. That means they don't have a body filled, their body cavity isn't filled. There's no spaces between their mesoderm or anything like that. They have a one-way digestive tract, they have an in and out. So their mouth is also their anus. So here they have all three layers. So acoelomates are the most simplest animal with 3 germ layers. So that would be a flatworm. Pseudocoelomate, that's a roundworm. They have a false coelom, a fake coelom. So this right here is their pseudocoelom. It's the space between the endoderm and the mesoderm. And so they do have a one-way digestive tract, but they're more advanced than this flatworm, but they're not the most advanced. And so remember, we talked about ectoderm, that's the outer layer. So it says outer covering, that's your epidermis. We talk about mesoderm turned into the muscle, and the digestive tract comes from the endoderm. So roundworms have a one-way digestive tract. And then the coelomates are the most advanced, and they're able to be most advanced because they have a coelom, which is the cavities are full of fluid, so they're separated and they're allowed to basically have developed complex systems. So remember mesoderm. Here it says the tissue layer lining the coelom and suspending internal organs, and it makes it so that they're more complex. The mesoderm turned into the circulatory system and the reproductive system and the muscles and all that stuff. And the ectoderm, remember, that's the outer layer. And the digestive tract, the lining of the digestive tract is the endoderm. And that makes sense because the digestive tract is right in the middle here. So it goes right through it. So let me know if you have any questions. I hope that made sense.